Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. Welcome. This is going to be a message labeled as a message for January 26th, because I'm posting it in time for the 26th where I am. But I'm setting the intention that this be a message for the next 24 hours from whenever you happen to see it, whatever time zone you may be in when I'm posting it, whenever you might stumble upon it. So I'm just asking that this be a message for the next 24 hours from whenever you find the video. Happy birthday to all the January 26th babies out there. And happy birthday to you if it happens to be your birthday on whatever day you may be stumbling upon this video. The card we have coming up here for the collective is the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is a very positive card. We're usually happy when we see it. Nine of Cups is like wishes coming true. Things are happening well. Things are going well. The things that you hoped for, you're seeing them come to fruition. So this could be a card to let you know that something you've been hoping for is materializing, it's manifesting, or you may even be receiving good news or, hearing back about something you've been waiting for or wanting. For me, in my readings, Nine of Cups also comes up with a little bit of like a heads up, like, hey, something good is happening, something good is coming, but here's what you need to do about it, or here's what you need to do to get ready about it, because there's a flip side to the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups, like I said, is something good happening for you. But Nine of Cups can also come up when people are looking at you with envy, right? So you may have been really working your butt off for all of these great things to happen, but people don't see that. They don't see the hard work. All they know is that they looked over and all of a sudden there's something good happening for you. All of a sudden, like in their mind, you got lucky. They don't understand at all everything you've been through up until now to have this happy experience. And so they may look at you with jealousy or with envy, and they might not be happy for you. And so you have to be ready for that. You have to be ready for that not to hurt your feelings, or not to be looking outwardly for validation. Like, yeah, everybody agrees I deserve this. Yeah, everybody agrees that this is, perfect for me. Because there might not be people around you who are excited or happy. That's the first layer of what you need to be prepared for. Second layer, right? There could be people who, because of their jealousy or their envy, might start acting or telling you like, oh, you have a big head and you think you're all that and blah, 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 and you have to be ready for that. Next thing you need to be ready for, sometimes when things are going good for us, there are people who begin to, I don't know if I want to say punish, but there are people around us who feel like because something good is happening for you and it's not happening for them, you owe it to them to make up for that. Like they just want you to be super nice to them or be super generous towards them because they feel like you have a better life. And so Nine of Cups for me in my readings comes up to say, look, you're going to get what you're hoping for. Your wish is going to come true, but you need to have really strong boundaries so that you don't feel bad or guilty for receiving it. If there's people around you who aren't happy for you, oh well, it's not going to faze you. You're going to be happy. Also, to be in the energy of I deserve this. I have the right to have this. I don't have to hand it over to anybody. I don't have to give it to anybody. This is mine. I worked for this. And if I'm going to be generous towards anybody, I'm going to decide who I'm generous towards. I'm going to decide when I'm going to be generous. And I'm going to decide how generous I'm going to be. It's not for somebody else to decide. And so there's this sense here of people kind of pushing us around or making us feel bad or making us feel obligated to give them what's ours. And Spirit does not want to see that happen. You've worked so hard to reach this point. It would be very sad if the second you receive your prize or your goal, that you would allow somebody to talk you out of handing it over. So these are the ways we need to prepare. Another message, and this is coming in more intuitively. I feel like for some of you, you might be manifesting financial security, like financial security, financial stability in a big way, right? Like in a way where you have significant amounts of money that you can you can do whatever you want with it, right? Like I feel some of you are manifesting a really high level of security, or like a high level of abundance. And in the past, you maybe would kind of like daydream or fantasize, like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have all this money come in, and then I'm gonna, you know, buy this person a house, and I'm gonna buy this person a car, because that's just the kind of money I'm gonna have. I can just do those things. Like, you just kind of see yourself being Santa Claus to everybody. And you have a big heart, and you want to share the wealth, you want to share the joy, and that's wonderful. That's great to be generous. However, I'm feeling that with this card coming in today, the message here is that for a lot of you, this blessing was delayed. Not blocked, but delayed for a long time. Because your angels and guides were waiting for you to change your mindset. Because there's something better that can be done with this wealth. There's something better that can be done with this money. And so I feel like for some of you that are working towards these financial goals, you might really be looking at money differently. You might find that your relationship with money is changing, and you might start to think to yourself, you know what, if I had, you know, money, I would really like to help people in like this kind of way or that kind of way. So you might have ideas about putting back into your community. You might have ideas about starting up certain businesses or programs that are going to be helpful, that are going to make a positive impact. And so the way that you desire to express generosity, your ideas about that might be changing. And it's no coincidence. It's because there's a really big blessing coming in. And you're being redirected on how you're going to be generous with it. Instead of being generous with it in like a exuberant, superficial kind of way, you're thinking of ways that you're going to create positive change through your generosity. And again, this is coming in intuitively. A lot of you are having the realization because the very people that you dreamed about being generous to, you might be seeing their true colors lately. You might be seeing that they don't appreciate, or they're very two-faced, or they're not loyal, or you might be like, wow, I never realized this person tends to play a victim quite a lot. And you try to help them, and you try to be there for them, and they're pushing away solutions. And you're like, okay, all right. So they don't want solutions. They don't want help. They just want me to carry them, you know? So you may be seeing these kinds of situations with people around you. So this list of people that you had to bless, you might find like you're taking people off that list. And there's like, it's like a blank list now. And then this blessing is coming in that you've been working towards for so long. But like I said, you will be generous. But you're going to be generous in ways that this generosity is creating positive change. This generosity is going towards people who really, truly need it. Who really, really, truly need it. And don't get me wrong, there could be somebody in your life that could really use a new house or could really use a new car. I'm not saying that they don't need it. But you might be deciding that you're going to put your generosity towards people who have it way worse, right? Who have it way worse than that. Or who are in a much more seemingly hopeless situation. So I feel for some of you there's a change or a shift like this happening. You may want to check out your weekly forecasts if you haven't already. There's a link in the description so you can see those. There's also a link to take you to the 2023 forecasts if you haven't watched those yet. And if you would like to watch but if you would like to schedule a personal reading with me or a private reading with me, there's a link in the description to take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous day ahead. Take care and be well, my darlings.